and shit. The Muslims of O Block, the Wick, Toontown. You feel me? Shout out to O. I fuck with a couple niggas out the O. On phone, I fuck with a couple of them shorts and shit. I ain't talking about the older guys. Well, Muwap. I fuck with Muwap. Free Muwap, by the way. On phone, great. We don't let Duck free Muwap though. On phone, great. You know, we follow each other. You know, shout out Muwap. And all the shorties and show that I fuck with all the shorties and show on the O. The Muslims of Mowak though. Muslims of O Block. I know, you know, so crazy. I've been seeing that shit a lot recently. Like, O Block then like turn Muslim or some shit. I'm already gonna like this video because you know Tommy G's my nigga. Let's see what this shit about. You feel me? Like, subscribe, follow, what to, you know, type shit.
Do you guys have any stories of what you've seen in O Block over the years? I noticed you had bear mace on you. Have you already used it?
I used it a few times.
To be able to be a big brother to these brothers, to be able to show them that it's more.
Shout out to all my Muslim people out there.
Who is?
Tommy G.
Yo. Hey,
meet you.
I'm Gleech, man. Welcome to this place they call O Block, you see what I'm saying? Shout out to Muslimatics and my boy Tommy G, come on.
Not from 63rd.
Long live wine, long live all the O Blockians, you feel me? Type shit. Motherfucker O Block, man.
Do you think you ever want to go on a pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia?
I'm going to Saudi Arabia.
You
Man, I'm going to
By the way, my allergies been bothering me all day. So I be sneezing throughout this video and throughout the stream. Don't mind it. My allergies been bothering me literally all day. I popped the Cetrazine, but that shit ain't work.
Chicago's O Block
about
is
to
one
pop
of the
another
most
one.
notorious housing projects in the country. O Block has been home to...
I've been over there on O Block a couple times. Not like in the project, but well past a couple times. You know, living in Iraq and shit. You know, fucking O Block.
many notable
King
people
Dry.
throughout its history.
Woodlawn
Chief
area.
Keef, King Vong, Little Dirk, and even former First Lady Michelle Obama.
Tom G, I fuck with you.
Throughout its history.
But you
Chief
got something
Keef,
wrong.
King Vong, Little
Dirk down from the O. His ass from Inglewood. 72nd Grain. From the Lamb. Some 59th and Preston, 61st and Normal. He from the Inglewood area. He not from the Woodlawn area. That's a lie. Fuck with you, Tommy G. I know it's a common mistake because when y'all think of these big ass Chicago rappers, you think, O Block, Dirk, O Block. Yeah, he fuck with O Block, but this, he not from the O. That nigga from Dog Pound and shit. Shout out Dog Pound. I fuck with they shorties over there too. Shout out Dog Pound, 72nd Grain. I'm from the Gray. He from Inglewood. Like me, I'm from Inglewood. Killerwood though, to be exact. I'm from Killerwood. And I'm from Auburn, you know, Killerwood. So Auburn, Gresham, all that shit. You know, I stayed in all the Americas and shit. You feel me? But this nigga, Dirk is not, hey, Smirk is not from O Block. Just have to point that out. He not from the O.
Dirk, and even former First Lady Michelle Obama.
She from the O. I know
The
that.
apartment complex is located on 64th and MLK Drive on Chicago's South Side. It was
Yeah.
built in 1950 to house the influx of African Americans coming to Chicago during the Second Great Migration. Upon its opening, it was celebrated as the first African American co-op in the country, and it was noted for having high quality and spacious units relative to the other low-income housing on the market. As the ownership of the co-op went private in the 1980s, the quality of the units began to decline, and violence in the area increased as jobs moved overseas
Long
and
live
drugs flooded
URA.
the streets. In 2011, O Block earned its name in honor of 20-year-old
Yeah, long live OD Perry. Long live OD, you know. Feel like everybody know that history. You feel me? Long live O.
resident O.D. Perry, who was shot dead by a rival gang member. From then on, O Block's infamous reputation as a dangerous area began to spread around the country, and it's since been known as one of drill rap's ground zero locations. As of
Yeah.
recently, a new movement has been growing in O Block.
Thanks, Sosa,
I
for
learned
that.
about this from 2 Muslim YouTube channels, and this got me connected
Yeah,
with Gleech.
O Block them fucking turned fucking Muslim and shit. Like, I've been seeing that shit for the past few months. Like, I'm like, damn, the whole Odin turned Muslim and shit. Boy, they ass and turned Muslim and all that shit. That shit
O
crazy.
Block Muslim spreading the word on his faith. It brings the question, is this the movement that can bring peace and safety back to the area?
Maybe.
Let's hit the streets and
Shout out all
explore
my
this world.
Muslims, boy. I got Muslim homies.
More money, more problems, but bitch, I ain't tripping, cause I want it all.
Hold on, damn.
My head has been robbing, my head has been trapping, trying to get the shit off.
Hey.
Folks, we're on our way to the notorious O Block to explore a very interesting story that's been developing, which is a large conversion to Islam by many of the residents. And I'm curious to discover the impact Islam is having on O Block, because to me, you know, you might disagree with a lot of things about religion, but I do think religion gives you the old school values that people can agree on, like don't steal, don't covet, don't lust. Right. Things that can guide your life and are solid advice. I grew up in a really religious family. I attended a mega church when I was a kid, Willow Creek, South Barrington, an enormous place that they literally have a shuttle bus from your parking spot to the front. That's how big this church is. While some Bible stories I find helpful or meaningful, a lot of the Bible is hard for me to, especially the Old Testament, is really hard for me to like or enjoy or see why anyone would subscribe.
Me personally, I'm not religious, chat. I didn't make this clear before. I'm not religious. I'm not an atheist either. I'm just really I don't know what I am. Like, I'll just say I'm very spiritual, but all that believing in God, no, it's not me. I'm not a Christian, like, at all. I don't really believe in no, like, a nigga in the sky and all that shit. That ain't me. Like, I don't know. You know? And I grew up in a very religious household too, but it's like, as I got older, you know, now I'm grown now, like, think for myself, it's like, nah, I didn't kind of like, you feel me? Hell nah. I ain't religious.
Subscribe to it, but as a kid I always saw my mom was deeply religious. Like, she spends every morning reading the Bible, studying, and she's a cool Christian. Like, she's someone I can go say, hey mom, I just went to a jungle in Ecuador and I did ayahuasca. She doesn't judge you for it. I really love my mom. She's one of my best friends because I can tell her anything.
I'm my best friend
too.
Approach
me with judgment. I think
there's a lot of value
yesterday. Good religious people in society. I don't know a ton about Islam, so I'm intrigued to learn more. Also, when you make a block with it, man, this is an interesting.
I know a little bit about Islam. I'm pretty sure I probably have like the mouth type shit.
Story coming fresh off the press. So we'll see you when we get closer to O Block.
Hey,
Chain drive.
First things first, we got hot boy cooking. I'm in the yo gassed up off cookies. Fuck niggas, man.
It's the Woodlawn area, man. Father been over here many times.
It's kind of a intimidating place because it looks like a mixture of a place to live and a prison. Like, you have fences with sharp little points. It's all fenced in. You have your own security force in O Block. Feels like a place.
Shout Chain Drive, man.
What's up, brother? Don't film.
No, not while we walking in. I gotta get y'all in first, man. Put y'all cameras up like in y'all book bag. I'm gonna get y'all in.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Guys, t-shirts are on the site right now, flying off the shelves. But even cooler, the Big Dog Gotta Eat sweatshirts. They sold out in 36 hours last time. Get yours. Freshest thing on the market right now. Big Dog's gotta eat, especially during Ramadan. After the sun goes down, you gotta eat, you know what I mean? Rep the movement. Get it while supplies last. Appreciate your support. TommyGMiggy.com. What's up, brother? Good to meet you. Tell us where we are.
That boy
right
Gleesh.
Man, we going right here on King's Drive. That's O Block across. That's where we finna go.
Let's give you the backstory on Gleesh. Little did I know that he was one of King Vong's close friends, and he even had a song named after him called Gleesh Place with 23 million views. This is a track about home invasions and robberies and features a story where King Vong hit a lick for $50,000 and went straight to Gleesh's apartment with the loot, whereupon Vong and Gleesh had a discussion about buying cars and guns with the proceeds.
Now I'm in Gleesh Place. Got guns. We said get it crate.
I often try to do very little research on people before meeting,
unbiased impression
of who they are today versus who they were in the past. So I was unaware of Gleesh's relationship with Vaughn when I met him today in O Block. Gleesh is a fashion designer, he's a rapper, and he's the front runner of the O Block Muslim movement.
Hell yo, my nigga Gleesh, stop playing with Gleesh.
Yeah, that's my uncle. He was telling me he had some brothers in Parkwood.
Yeah, I'm duty law.
Tell us what you got on right now. There's a new, that's new attire I haven't seen yet.
Oh yeah, I got my throw on, my Muslim throw, my kufi, my Muslim chain.
Was it hard to start rocking that? Because that's not typical outfit in this area.
I had to get used to it.
Do people ask you a lot of questions when they see you wearing that?
Yeah, they think it's a dress. I don't take that lightly, but it's a throw.
Yeah. What percent of people around here you think know about the Muslim movement?
2 billion Muslims throughout the world.
Arguably the biggest religion in the world.
Yeah, I'm duty law.
How long have you been involved in it?
Like 2-3 years.
Okay.
Right now it's Ramadan, right now.
How you feeling?
I'm good, but I can't eat or drink.
I knew guys on my wrestling team that were Muslim wrestlers, and so they would go an entire practice without eating or drinking, and that takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah, it takes discipline. It's really a man thing. Man over matter.
That boy Gleesh.
Last time I was here, the security here is pretty tight.
Yeah, they tight right now. They real tight.
Oh God, he
so
was
does that
over
mean
there.
that O Block has gotten safer?
I did watch that video.
He
was over there. Didn't I watch that fucking video? He was over there.
Last time I was here, the security.
Yeah, I think I watched it. It's probably somewhere on my channel. Such rapper. Yes, I did watch. I do remember this.
Security
I think
is
I
pretty
did.
tight.
I don't really
They tight
remember.
right now.
I think I did
They
watch
real
this,
tight.
So does that mean that O Block has gotten safer?
Everywhere all the same. It's just they got to tighten up their security, so that's the type of stuff they do.
This arguably could be the most notorious project in the entire country. Is that a
Look,
bullet hole right there?
That's a bullet hole, but it's natural. You go somewhere else, bullet hole.
Happy Ramadan. How are you? What does Ramadan mean to you guys?
I mean a lot of things.
Not just eating and drinking.
Be nice to other people.
Yeah, he's one of the guys I look up to too. He makes sure I'm good. He feel me.
You have to care for other people. They teach you that there's a lot of people on earth that don't have no food, no drinks, nothing. So you have to think about other people before you think about yourself.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Are there any Arabic words you could teach the audience?
Alhamdulillah is the best.
Shukran.
Shukran, thank you.
Yeah,
How did you get the name Gleesh? I've never met a Gleesh before.
Look,
Big Von.
they just call me Glee. They just made the name. Okay, I'll run with it.
Is Von looked at as a hero or a villain?
Von is a hero.
Yeah.
Everybody always looking at somebody bad.
Here, I'll say this. The internet done painted that nigga like he's a fucking Ted Buddy ass fucking, like he's some fucking just But realistically, folks, like Von was just a regular ass Chicago nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas just like Von that I know personally. The internet done paint this nigga like he is like a fucking serial. He done kill millions of which it really ain't like that. If he was a regular game banging ass nigga like the rest of these niggas that you see in this video. You feel me, folks? Long live V-Ray, one of my favorite rappers. Fucking with Von long time. Oh, fucking great. You know? First time I heard about Von, 2018. And we both from the same block. He originally from Killer Ward. You feel me? Gang.
He a hero.
Because some people love him for who he was as a rapper. Some people are like, that guy was a serial killer.
Nah, he ain't no killer at all. That's a good guy, man. He made everybody really start loving each other.
I didn't realize Gleesh and Von had been close friends when I asked this question, but let me give you some background as to why I asked about Von. By many within O Block in Chicago, Von was heralded as a rap hero who broke out the mold of poverty and launched himself into superstardom.
Got a drop on this flexing nigga.
He from Tennessee. I had a thought.
His
Since we
lyrics
with this
stood out
shit, she
for both
told me,
his
wait,
fantastic
Beyonce for
storytelling
show.
ability and the
Baby, let
extreme
me know.
violence of his words. But some suspect his rapping was more than just storytelling. In fact, YouTube's premier hip-hop historian, Traplore Ross, has a detailed...
Yo, fuck this goofy ass nigga, man. I don't like this goofy. I don't like goofies. This nigga's a thunky. He a broofer. He a like a straight peon ass goofy on my brother's grave. Like, his ass lame as hell, folks. This nigga made that. I'm finna tell you, this nigga right here fucked Von's reputation up right here. This is the nigga that did it. I'm telling y'all right now, this is the nigga that made that little 3-hour documentary on Von. Do you know this nigga put bodies on Von that had nothing to fucking do with? This nigga made Von look like he was fucking like just the world's horriblest, greatest serial killer of all time, which it really wasn't even like that, folks. Fuck this nigga. This nigga a goofy.
An exhaustive 3.5-hour analysis proclaiming King Von
I
to
don't
be
like
rap's
goofies,
first
man.
serial killer. And King Von himself literally put out tweets like, man, I'm just trying to kill, and I can name 5 GDs I done killed. All this aside, I wasn't here to speak with Gleesh about King Von or violence from the past. I was here to learn about his story and about the spread of Islam through O Block.
Did he get
I
a
don't
camera?
live here right now.
So we walk in.
Ooh, hey.
We're in the fortress now. It's not easy to get into O Block, huh? How long have you been here for?
Makes
Oh,
sense.
wow. It's a beautiful place. It's like everywhere else.
How you doing, man? I'm Tommy. Are you guys Muslims too?
Nah, they ain't Muslim.
People in O Block are thinking
Shoebox,
about joining.
baby.
What would you say are
That
like
boy
the selling
Shoebox.
points? Like, why should they
That's my
join
boy
the
too.
movement?
I could just bring with me and they could, you feel me, get experience on their own. You gotta learn stuff to do it. I can just tell you, oh, you finna be Muslim.
What has it brought into your life?
A lot of beautiful things.
Yeah, like what?
I got a business. I got all types of stuff going on. You see what I'm saying?
Before you were Muslim to now, like what's changed for you?
Be disciplined, the way I act with other people.
Do you feel like being a Muslim has helped you to treat other people better?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? The way you act, the way you dress, the way you talk, all that. And caring about others, like, you know. So,
I feel like especially for young men, if we are disciplined, there's so much we can accomplish in this life. But if we're not disciplined, we're kind of a, I don't want to say
Facts.
we take up space, but we're not what we could be. So give me the tour. You guys are going to Lululemon?
nah, he going to Louis V, man.
You come from like more of the rap world, materialism is a high priority, like Gucci bags, Louis bags. What does Islam think about all that?
I mean, it's alright, but I don't too much care for that.
boy, me personally, I'm not into none of that.
Where are we
design
right
and
now?
All that shit. That shit.
I'm gonna move out of there soon.
Where do you want to move to?
I'm gonna move somewhere nice.
You want to stay in Chicago? You want to move out of the city? You want to move out of the state?
Eventually, it's to move out of Chicago though.
Yeah. How many guys in this room are Muslims?
They Muslim.
So what do you think about joining Islam or becoming a Muslim? What do you think about it?
Plus, a real nigga, you better chew this up.
Do you think, hey, this is something I want to do one day, or is it like, nah, it's not for me?
I don't know.
Yeah, anything the process will take time.
Especially something like that is a big commitment. It's not like you're just done with it in a day. Like if you commit to being a Muslim, like that's a big new life change, you know? I grew up in a very Christian family, but I've never felt called to dedicate my life to it, you know? Because you have to really change everything you do from that point on.
Like, yeah, you can be Christian or whatever, but like, I don't know what they do, like, far, like, discipline, like, when it's time, like.
I mean, it depends. Muslims are a lot more disciplined than Christians.
Yeah,
like, they do
like,
5 times
like,
a day. I would say, like, the disciplined Christians, like my mom, every day when she wakes up, she reads the Bible, prays.
Yeah, but what about the other people?
A lot of Christians don't do shit.
Yeah, when it's Islam.
Yeah, a
like,
lot of Christians just Christian. Like, they just believe God, but it's not like they fucking. You ask a Christian probably last time they pray, they probably be like, there's a lot of motherfuckers that be going out clubs, strippers, all type of shit, but they be like, oh yeah, I believe in God and shit. Boy, they not.
Well, like,
Do you have to own anything to be in Islam? Like, do you have to buy like a prayer rug or anything like that?
No. I got a couple of them in the room though.
Yeah, you want to show us?
Yeah, it's one it's a do something.
What happened in your life that you're like, this is what I want to
The
do?
discipline, I was just doing a lot of stuff. Like, it just made me get on everything I was supposed to get on, like, as far as my business and all that.
How'd you hear about it?
Really, Von Uncle. Yeah,
King Von's
yeah.
uncle?
Yeah, King Von Uncle, then my other brother Sadiq. He been around since we was little, you see what I'm saying?
Is he from Oblak too?
He's been around for a while.
Do you think the FBI knows about? Because I know Muslim groups in the past, like when Malcolm X, Elijah
Yeah,
Muhammad, they had their eyes on that shit. Have you guys ever been visited by like any FBI guy asking about Muslims?
Police are real anyways. We don't worry about this. I don't worry at all.
Well, I think if you're doing nothing wrong, you got nothing to worry about.
Alhamdulillah,
You know?
that's what you said. Ain't nothing going on wrong, you see what I'm saying?
What did your mom think about it when you told her you're Muslim?
How she love it.
Is it easier to get
Of
men
course
to
she
join
love
or
it,
women,
shit.
or do you get both that join?
A little easier for the man to join, but like they gotta have the sisters around. They gotta really get the right feel of it, you see what I'm saying?
I feel like Islam's a lot tougher for a woman because there's more rules for a woman. Than
Ain't nothing
Yeah.
tough though. It ain't nothing tough.
I mean-
you can do whatever you put your mind to.
Do you think you ever want to go on a pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia?
The pilgrimage, also known as the Hajj, is the 5th pillar of Islam and is something that every adult Muslim must do at least once in their life. Each year, millions journey to Mecca, shedding titles and distinctions to stand as equals before God. Through rituals rich in symbolism, pilgrims seek spiritual renewal and forgiveness. But the Hajj is more than just a ritual. It's a bond of brotherhood and unity transcending borders and cultures. It was on his pilgrimage that Malcolm X met Muslim brothers from all corners of the globe and where he changed his opinion on race relations forever. Through the GoFundMe link in my description, we can fund Chicago Muslim brothers on their trip to Mecca and hopefully be a small part of helping Chicago to be a more peaceful
that's
place.
raw,
Please
man.
consider donating.
I'm going to
That's
Saudi
wrong.
Arabia.
I fuck.
are?
That's why I fuck
I'm
with
going to
Tommy.
touch the Kaaba, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You know that in Afghanistan, in some places, if you get caught listening to music, they'll like beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Really?
fucking insane, isn't it?
That's in the city. That's how it is.
So people that aren't from here aren't catching this. Explain that. Break that down a little bit more.
Don't go in the wrong area to listen to the wrong stuff. In reality, you can listen.
Yeah, listen, you can listen wherever you want on the rack. I know personally, like you can listen wherever you want on the rack, like, but it's like certain areas you can't, because I mean, ops still be playing each other's music. It's just some niggas say that shit serious, some people don't be giving a fuck. It's just like, damn, nigga, like I'm just listening to fucking music. I ain't fucking like, phone no.
Whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying?
Just with the windows up. There's some music I listen to that I listen to with the windows up because I'm a little embarrassed if someone were to hear me. You guys ever heard of Creed before? No. You're either gonna love this or hate this. I'm gonna just show you a little sample. I'm gonna play like 10 seconds of a song. You tell me if you rock it.
Yeah, like
You're just chilling in the car, driving home from the club.
That shit sound
You guys
raw.
feel this?
I'll play that shit. Fuck you, Tom. I be loving music like that. I play shit like that all the time. Tommy, you and me both.
At all or no?
No. Try like Sunday playing the mom.
We were just in New York and it's the same thing where you can only listen to certain guys in certain areas, otherwise it gets treacherous really quickly.
Yeah, a lot of songs would be like a lot of disrespect towards other people, neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't want to go in this area and play this.
What do you guys view as the impact of drill music? Good, bad, in between?
whatever the narrative the person take with it and they run with it, that's on them. We don't really too much care about that.
You can't change that.
As a Muslim, do you feel like you can go to any neighborhood and you're okay? Like, does that give you more of like a...
Nah, you always gotta tie the camel up. Don't never get me wrong. And what I mean by that, you don't just go doing stuff you naturally don't do.
So how do you think Chicago would change if a lot more people became Muslims?
We can stick together like an iron fist. We can get what we need and what we want, and everybody can be all right.
So unite the people.
Exactly.
Anytime there's a movement of people that get united, whether it's MLK, JFK, Malcolm X, somehow that leader gets taken out. You know what I mean? It's the
I don't
government.
really worry about that because it's like, it's no point. Like, all we doing is good stuff.
But the government fears when people unite.
Let's explore how the FBI has historically
Exactly.
responded to black political movements. Let's take you back to the 1960s when the Black Power movement was sweeping through the United States. This originated as a militant response to the slow progress of civil rights reforms on a national level. The rise of the Black Power movement alarmed the FBI. Under Director J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI viewed the movement as a threat to national security. Through a counterintelligence program called COINTELPRO, a series of covert and at times illegal activities were used by the FBI to infiltrate, discredit, and disrupt black activist organizations. On December 4th of 1969, the aggressive tactics of COINTELPRO culminated in a tragic and controversial event, the assassination of Fred Hampton, the Black Panthers Illinois chairman. In coordination with the Chicago PD, the FBI orchestrated a pre-dawn raid on Hampton's apartment. Based on detailed floor plans of the apartment provided by the FBI informant who had infiltrated the Black Panthers, law enforcement executed the raid while Hampton was asleep. Armed officers stormed the apartment, and in the hail of gunfire that followed, Fred Hampton and fellow Panther Mark Clark were killed. Forensic analysis later revealed that most bullets were aimed at Hampton's bedroom, and evidence strongly suggested that Hampton, who had been sedated by barbiturates likely slipped in by the informant, was shot at point-blank range, ensuring his death. The official narrative initially claimed that the Panthers opened fire on the police, provoking a defensive response. However, subsequent investigations and outcry led to a different understanding. The raid had effectively been a targeted assassination of Hampton. Their deaths were not just a loss to the Black Power movement, but a devastating blow to the wider civil rights movement, and just one of the many examples that symbolizes the extreme measures our government is willing to take to suppress black leadership and autonomy.
Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm on the right path, and the people around me is on the right path, so we don't worry about that.
Inshallah. What's important to you guys?
Each other, our kids.
Fuck the government, by the way. Fuck the government. Government K, by the way. That's so true. They don't want nobody unite, boy. That's what scares that goof ass. Fuck the
Like
government.
others like money. That's one thing, but it ain't the biggest thing.
When you're dead and gone, is there anything that you will want to have accomplished or want your legacy to be? Like,
Make sure all our people good, like father our kids. We want to have them left with things and stuff like that, business and stuff like that. For the long term goal, and you and your people.
do you have to figure out which way Mecca is?
It's this way.
Yeah?
How would you know though?
Pull your compass out and see which way to
What if you was praying this way though?
Yeah, you can't pray that way.
I also say that gay though. But you know, I could be another west.
Where is it? I'm really ready. Okay,
I'm Tommy.
What's up? Tommy G, my boy.
Nice to meet you, man. I like the throbe too.
I appreciate it.
How long have you been rocking the throbe and being in the Muslim?
I've been a Muslim for 2 years.
What happened in your life that you're like, this is what I want to do?
By me being younger, I was forced to Christianity. But I only used to like the music at church. One of the brothers had talked to me, I had a conversation, and I was engaging in it. But before I even converted over to become Muslim, I was looking into it. Before I get myself into something, looking into it, you know? And it caught my attention. So when I finally took my Shahada, opened my eyes to a lot of greatness.
What is the Shahada?
The Shahada is basically you converting over.
What does it take, like, to do a Shahada? Is it just like a statement out loud, or what do you have to do to...
Yeah, you basically at the end of service, Juma, to recite it in English and Arabic.
What kind of church, when you were in Christian church, was it a Baptist church?
Yeah.
How long was that service?
1 hour, 2 hours.
Because in Milwaukee, I went to a few Baptist churches.
Religion is very, very interesting to me. Even though I ain't religious. But it's very, very, like, interesting. You know? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
They would take like 3 hours, so I had to retire. That was too much for me.
Yeah, it'd be a long
By like an
time.
hour in, dude, I'm like, I just want to get up and like start moving, start doing push-ups, start running around, and they just kept going and they kept going.
It just opened my eyes up to a lot of things that I really truly believed in. Because it's hard for me to get to believing in a lot of stuff. No disrespect to no Christians or nothing. I felt that certain things that was in the Bible wasn't describing the picture that they was trying to make.
Is there anything you had to leave behind when you became a Muslim? Like anything you had to stop doing or do differently?
Like now, it's month of Ramadan, I had to leave a lot of habits, a lot of bad habits. I had to stop eating pork, a lot of favorite candy.
I don't eat pork. I'm not even Muslim. I just don't like fucking pork.
eat no more.
Everybody around you, they your brother. That's one thing about Muslims. They ain't trying to knock you down. They ain't trying to down you or none of that. You see what I'm saying? No one's bigger than no one. You feel me? They treat you like brothers.
So question for both of you is like when you did that publicly, did you feel anything in your heart immediately after? Or what was going through your head right after you did that?
Man, I just burned it over. Like, man, crazy, man.
I felt loved, even around a bunch of people I didn't know.
What did your family think when you went back home and told them what happened?
It was surprising, but they loved it.
Depending on how I'm feeling, I might just go get a couple, take about 50 people some food or something. Just how I'm feeling.
Is giving back part of
That's
it?
good.
It's beautiful. I really do it on the regular, like, you feel me?
Y'all be seeing that shit on his page, boy.
Where is this?
About Expressway. I bought like 60 pieces and gave them back.
How do you feel when you do that?
I feel beautiful to get.
I feel like there's something that you realize once you do start to give back, you realize it makes you feel really good, it makes the other person feel good. Like giving back is probably one of the best things we can do.
For sure. You just fed 2,500 people.
Families, man, like 2,500, man, pull up. Right here.
Do events with the kids.
They got pizzas. You got everything. Come
So
out,
we
they
do
got
something.
face paint.
It's like all of it.
It's not for us that we're looking to receive anything back or anything. We're really doing it because Allah sent us here to do this.
This is your clothing line?
That's me, LLC, business owner, whatever. However you want to play, however you want to take it.
Oh, you got sweaters.
Yeah, I see
You're the
it.
first dude I've ever seen sell sweaters.
Yeah, jacket. You see what I'm saying? More wear sweater.
How can people find this brand?
Take a DM me, 6 Glees hack _, you see what I'm saying? Finna have a website up and running.
What does the 31 mean on the sweater?
That's how many colors I plan on dropping.
That's a lot of colors.
I got 2 kids. This for them though.
What has being a Muslim taught you about
Those some
being a
nice-ass
father
clothes, I
or
ain't
teaching
gonna
you
lie.
about being a father?
I really gotta stand on business for them. Like, you feel me? I don't really care about nothing that's for me. You see what I'm saying?
W for W dad, man.
Over time as you've grown up here, gotten better, worse, different, what's changed?
This is what they make it, bro. They just, it's perfect to me. It's beautiful. And it's not what they think it is or what they say, bro.
So what are you gonna eat tonight once you're done with your fast?
It depends. I might go to the malls to break my fast, but if not, it's easy. You know me, I still eat regular stuff as long as it's not pork or nothing like that.
So we're leaving O Block, where are we heading next?
We're going to the master, man. Undisclosed location. I ain't gonna tell y'all that, but y'all gonna see when we get there.
This is not an easy place to come in and come out. As you can see, look, they got this on lock. You gotta show an ID, you gotta go through a checkpoint. This place
I mean, that's good shit. I mean, the shit that happened in the OD, because let me let y'all niggas know something. This ain't used to be right here in the what? That shit ain't used to be right there. And it used to be that tacked over there. Someone show me niggas and dad.
Do you guys have any stories of what you've seen in O Block over the years?
These the best people y'all need to run to. Y'all don't run to my people them. No, look, they make sure everything's secure.
But I noticed you had bear mace on you. Have you already used it?
I used it a few times.
What was the situation you used it in?
Ask your boy. Crowd get too crazy.
Crowd control.
Well, we be getting that.
What, you want me to ask him any questions?
Now I want to be right here. We can't be sitting right here long too long.
Like statistically, if you want to be involved in violence, it's usually late night, it's usually alcohol, and it's usually people that know each other. So if you don't cause any issues, it's probably going to be rare that someone's going to try to cause an issue with you.
Right.
O Block is no different, but
O Block is so bad, like that.
Is it?
Yes, O Block so bad.
What makes you say that?
We had a fight.
There's a lot of fights here?
Yes.
How often do fights happen around here?
One right at the, some at the park.
Oh.
The park? They shoot at the park so much.
A shootout?
Yes.
What is that like?
Damn, nigga. Damn. One thing about them kids, they gonna tell it all, man. Them kids gonna tell it all. Goddamn. I mean, I believe him because it does be happening. He not lying. I mean, that should be happening. I mean, it's a trend. It's the trenches. I mean, you know. Goddamn though. Little nigga telling everything.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nigga better not ever gangbang when we grow up, cause folks, this nigga gangbang, his ops gonna clown this nigga so much with this. Let me stop, folks.
How old are you?
I'm 11.
11?
I'm
11.
8th grade.
Oh, 8th grade.
And what's 10 times 10?
11, 8th grade. Now, I'm not a smart nigga at all, but like, how the fuck you 11 in 8th grade? Ain't you supposed to be like in 5th grade or some shit? Like 5th, 6th grade? How the fuck are you 11? I don't know. I don't know.
100.
Okay.
20 plus 20?
Yep.
You tell me.
40.
40? Hey, keep studying hard, all right, bro?
I like that though. I like this little nigga though. He said he got a good spirit though, even though I don't know how the fuck. I don't know.
Good day, okay?
Okay.
We're hopping in
11 to
the
8th
car.
grade.
We're gonna follow them to the mosque.
Oh man, some projects, what? I'd have been all over there.
So we want to take a deeper dive into Islam and why it's attracting people to join. It's the fastest growing religion in the world right now. One way it's spreading in America is in the prison system. So I'm going to tell you guys.
Yeah, I swear, L Street, nigga, they be thugged out. As soon as they go to prison, boy, they do like a couple years, few years, woo, they come out Muslim as hell. Old photo grave, bro.
Right now.
Since World War II, Islam has steadily grown throughout the U.S. prison system. The Moorish Temple and the Nation of Islam are the two primary forces behind this movement. Much of the momentum came after Nation of Islam leader Elijah Muhammad and around 100 other members of the group were sentenced to prison for World War II draft evasion, and in their time at prison, they began to spread the message of Islam. Through the 1960s, Islam continued to spread through the prisons. The two main factors driving this was the increase of incarcerated black men and the empowerment and popularity of the civil rights movement. Furthermore, the 1962 court case Fullwood v. Clummer ruled that incarcerated Muslims had a legal right to practice their religion. The increase in prominence of Islam did come with challenges, however. Many Muslim prisoners were denied by guards the ability to spread religious literature and the ability to meet and conduct religious services. In one such case, Cooper v. Pate, refusal of access to religious texts in Illinois Stateville Prison was ruled unconstitutional and a violation of the freedom of religion by the Supreme Court. These challenges would increase following the September 11th attacks. The U.S. Bureau of Prisons froze the hiring of Islamic chaplains following the attacks in an attempt to reduce radicalization among the inmates. Today, Islam is the fastest growing religion throughout the U.S. prison system, with an estimated 80% of imprisoned converts becoming Muslim and an estimated 35,000 to 40,000 converts coming every single year. One of the appeals of Islam is that the structure and brotherhood of the religion is an attractive alternative to the danger and chaos of the streets.
I always recommend 3 biographies to people: Benjamin Franklin, Teddy Roosevelt, and Malcolm X. Those are biographies that I might read once a year of each of those guys, just because they live such interesting and purpose-driven lives. And so I want to focus on Malcolm X right now. A lot of people think that he's a black separatist, that he wanted to split black and white people up. And for part of his life he did when he was in the Nation of Islam. Then he went on his pilgrimage to Mecca and he saw white brothers from Chechnya, he saw Middle Eastern brothers from Syria, he saw people from all across the world, and he realized we all are one. We all can be brothers. He died tragically just as his career was taking off, and I think it could have made a positive difference. Let's cover his assassination.
Malcolm X is one of the essential characters in the story of the Black.
I really don't know much about Malcolm X's assassination.
He was born in 1925, and his life quickly became hectic. When he was 3, his family had to move from Omaha because of threats from the KKK.
Wow.
When he was 6, his father's bizarre and tragic death convinced Malcolm it was the work of white supremacists. His father's death drove his mother to insanity and led to her becoming institutionalized in a mental hospital. Malcolm began to find trouble as a juvenile, and his criminal activity led him to become a ward of the state by the age of 14. He was assigned to a boarding school under the supervision of a white family. At this boarding school, he excelled academically and socially, and he developed aspirations to become a lawyer. However, his English teacher shot down his dreams and told him that as a Negro, he should set his sights lower on things like becoming a janitor or carpenter. Experiencing
Bitch up! Fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking about, bitch? Ah, smacked. Oh, I would've. Oh. That nigga Tommy G said Negro. I'm playing.
that as a Negro, he should set his...
I know the first time I heard my teacher say that shit, she was white. I was like, what the fuck? Hey, she said, nigga, on 4th grade. I still remember that shit, boy. My white teacher said that shit. I was like, hey, what the fuck? You know, like, I was shocked. I was like, well, whoa. You know, something like that's not, you know. But she was just reading the fucking, you know, history, all that goof ass shit. And I was like, oh, okay. The bitch said, nigga, though, on 4th grade.
It's lower on things like becoming a janitor or carpenter. Experiencing a massive frustration with the white world he felt limited by, he moved to black-dominated Harlem and began a life of crime.
That's so fucked because a lot of shit used to happen like that back in the day for like, damn.
His friend Shorty ran a burglary ring, and he supplemented his income with pimping and selling reefer. Outside of crime, he became well known around town for his dance moves, his zoot suits, and he tore up Lindy Hop dance clubs. Eventually, he was caught for his crimes and sent to prison. It was here his life changed and he discovered Islam. He joined the Nation of Islam and educated himself in prison by reading every book he could get his hands on. And in doing this, he emerged as a powerful and influential leader. From the time he was released in prison in 1952 to 1960, he helped grow the Nation of Islam Islam from 400 members to 40,000. As a prominent figure in the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X advocated strongly for black empowerment and self-sufficiency. Nation of Islam leader Elijah Muhammad handpicked him as his right-hand man and sent him around the country to give speeches, rally up the troops, and grow numerous mosques. His compelling speeches brought him national attention, and his views often sparked controversy. His growing popularity eventually led Elijah Muhammad to feel threatened, and this later led to Malcolm leaving the Nation of Islam in 1964. It was then that he went on his pilgrimage to Mecca, where he met Muslim brothers of every color across the globe. And from this, he returned with a new understanding of race relations and a commitment to racial equality and harmony. Malcolm X's life was tragically cut short in 1965 when a Nation of Islam member assassinated him. Many believe that the FBI had a hand in this. He remains a key figure in the fight against racial injustice and is a widely celebrated black hero.
Malcolm X, man.
How you doing, bro?
How you doing, bro? Finally to meet you, man.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Tell the people who you are.
Man, I'm Sadiq Ali, man. Down here, you at Bar Hill Imports at 321 East Persian Road, Chicago, Illinois. 60653 with my man Tommy G.
This is Sadiq Ali. Long ago,
oh man, Chicago area code, man. I love it.
He used to hustle in the streets. Now he's dedicated his life to religion and runs a group called Muslimatics, where he guides people on their journey in Islam. If you'd like to get more involved with Islam in Chicago,
I
his
know
link
that
is
nigga,
in my
by the way.
description.
I know.
Come on,
You have a very peaceful and relaxed presence about you.
I'm very peaceful and very relaxed.
That's a good aura to have. And it's Friday. Tell the people what's special about Friday.
Friday is our holy day, Muslim holy day. Friday, Jummah Friday. Alhamdulillah, we all come together. And it's the last Friday of Ramadan, so it's kind of special. Everybody's going to be packed down here. It's just beginning. We're starting in about another 30 minutes or so.
People have almost made it the entire month doing Ramadan, which is no easy feat. That's hard to do. What are the biggest challenges people face during Ramadan?
Not eating.
Or drinking water?
Not eating or drinking water. You know what I mean? That's a big challenge. But it's a good challenge because it's for Allah. And the fast is for Allah. Because only Allah knows if you fast. People can say...
Shout out my Muslims that do Ramadan.
God knows if you're fasting or not.
Are you from Chicago?
I'm born and raised in Chicago, Illinois.
How did Islam start to seep into Oblak? Like how did...
Let's go next door. We can talk more deeper. It's
about to be prayer.
My boy Tommy G, man.
How are you?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about what's going through your head today. It's prayer day today. We're close to the end of Ramadan.
So tonight, Layla through
Qadr. Yeah, it's an odd night. Alhamdulillah. Last 10 nights of Ramadan.
How many Ramadans have you been through before?
I made my shahada when I was like 21, but I really started deening probably like a year or two ago. So I said it's like my fourth Ramadan.
What made you say this is something I want to do and become and want to be a part of?
That's a long story, but I'm gonna cut it short for you. I had a conversation with a Muslim man, and we just had like a lot, and he encouraged me to go do research on my own. And once I did it, I went in and I just made my shahada. You know, I made my profession of faith. So
beautiful. Well, I hope we have a good Friday prayer, okay? Here's some basic phrases, Arabic phrases.
What's Merc say? By my shahada to the film.
You can teach the audience today.
Assalamu alaikum.
That means hello.
That means may peace and blessings be upon you.
Is there anything else you'd like to teach the audience?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah means all praises to Allah. All praises to God.
I learned that a lot from Khabib, the fighter. If you ever watched him
that's
fight,
my man.
He would say Alhamdulillah an awful lot.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. But you got Muhammad Ali. You know,
True.
can't take Muhammad Ali out. You know, I always think.
Of course.
That's the legend. You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali was definitely one of the best.
What brought you to this? What made you decide this is where I want to dedicate my life to and bring other people into it?
Well, what brought me to it is really, man, you know, I've been from the streets all my life, you know what I mean? So I know the streets. I know what the streets and what they evolved. And so with me coming from the streets and knowing everything about the streets and be able to be a big brother to the brother that I didn't have from the streets, you know what I mean? When I was planted in the streets was just, I had got it out the mud. I was just there, you know. So whatever I learned on my own.
I like this video,
but
man.
to be able to be a big brother to these brothers, to be able to show them that it's more to just the streets.
What do you think's making guys like Little Dirk say, this is where I want to join?
After you've been doing, after a person have dealt so much bad in their life, you know what I mean, coming from the ghettos and the trenches of Chicago, after they've seen so much bad,
Durban
and to be able to taste something good, man, of course you want to stick to that. You know what I mean? Once you taste this and drink this, man, you're going to want it. You're going to want it. It's a very good taste.
How did you guys meet?
I've been knowing them since they were pup. Like, you know what I mean? These little babies. I've been knowing them since they was little.
So if a guy comes here for Friday prayer, then on Saturday he's out, you know, chugging a 40 and doing a music video with like, hey, I'm going to shoot up this guy, shoot up that guy. How do you coach him along the path?
That's how I explain to the youngsters. I said, imagine us that we on a boat, okay? And then you want to, and you know, it's hot on the boat, we all on the boat. And of course, people want to test the water. They want to jump in the water, right? The boat is a lie, okay? So you jumped in the water. But if you don't keep your hands on the rope of the boat, then you're gonna drown. Right or wrong.
Right.
But as long as I got my hand on the rope of the boat and I'm dealing with the water, I can still pull one way, one out, until I really realize that this water ain't for me, because I'm gonna end up dying if I stay in this water. I'm gonna lose. But if I get back on this boat and pull back on this boat and do right, then I can float.
So it's not like a zero-sum game. You can be.
I like that.
'Cause that's the other thing. A lot of these.
Everybody is welcome.
Yes.
I don't care what they do.
Yeah.
How they doing? They want to smoke weed, drink, like girls, and kill and shoot. Come.
Yeah.
We want y'all to come. Once they taste this, that's gonna come up out of them. It's gonna be like a detox. It's gonna flush right out. Just look at our brother right now. You know what I mean? Take it back a year, 3 years back and watch him and see where he at right now.
So tell the people who you are.
My name Gatto, bro. I'm formerly known as El Gatto in Chicago. My name Gatto 2 times now. Everybody pretty much know me in the city.
For music?
For music.
Okay.
For music, yeah.
And you said you just recently took your Shahada.
I just took my Shahada March 20th, bro.
Okay, what brought you to that point? What made you say this is what you want to do?
So you know, I believe you got good intent and you believe it's one God. You Muslim. You just got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like it was for me, bro. So my brother Mafi, he been Muslim, so he started bringing me to the Juma, to the mosque.
Right.
When he first invited you, what was your impression?
I'm at home. I'm at home. I'm at the crib. That's what it felt like. We came every day. We don't even just come on Friday. We been here every day, chilling.
Yeah. And God, how have you seen Islam start to change or impact your life? What have you noticed?
My actions changed, bro. I started holding myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? I started taking wrongdoings more serious. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that it's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure I pray 5 times a day, at least trying to stand on that. You feel me? And just, yeah, bro, it's just, frequency, energy, bro. Like, you don't want to, at first, like, I used to ride home every night trying to decide whether I was making a right or wrong decision. Now I don't got to do that.
Have you guys got any pushback from family or friends?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
I ain't gonna lie, it is every day, but like I always tell people, I don't go around telling nobody to be Muslim. Like, I'm not telling nobody, like, you should be Muslim. Like, we like to believe that Allah chooses us. Everybody not gonna be Muslim. That's just the fact of the matter. Everybody not gonna be Muslim.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna read this for you, bro, because you just asked us, do we go through, what do we go through as far as our family and all this going against us, right? The book tell you, as for those who persist in disbelief, it is the same whether you warn them or not, they will never believe. God has sealed their hearts and their hearing, and their sight is covered. They will suffer a tremendous punishment. So it's nothing we could do but push this thing.
It's almost like when Moses goes to the Pharaoh, and every time he tries to plead with the Pharaoh, the Lord hardens his heart and he doesn't want to hear it. But then eventually, after enough suffering, he does hear it.
What I'm referring to is a story from the book of Exodus where Moses is called by God to free the Hebrews from the slavery of the Egyptians. When Moses politely asked the Pharaoh to free his people, the Pharaoh decides he'd rather not lose the free labor force that was building his sick pyramids, so he said, "No thanks, Moses." Undeterred, Moses leveraged the power of the Lord to unleash a psyop and biological warfare of biblical proportions against the Pharaoh and his people. There were rivers of blood, a frog apocalypse, locust swarms, and even 3 days of darkness. But this was not enough to make the Pharaoh come. God hardened his heart and the Pharaoh stood on business. But then Moses dealt a final blow of deleting all firstborn Egyptians from earth, and somehow God co-signed this plan and helped Moses spin the block against the firstborns. It was only then that Pharaoh agreed to free the slaves. Moses then gathered his peeps, parted the Red Sea like a boss, and delivered his people out of Egypt. All this to say, hardening of the heart, whether it's done by Allah or God, is a common theme in religious texts.
Who are some other Muslim heroes that you guys look up to?
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. Tell the people about that, because I think he's misunderstood. I think in the media he's portrayed as a separatist. He wanted to kind of separate black people, white people, but they missed the part of the story where he went to Mecca, he went on his pilgrimage, he saw white brothers from Chechnya, he saw Arabian brothers from Saudi Arabia, he saw people from all over the world.
Usually the ending of everybody's story be the good part, the good story, you know what I mean? But our brother Malcolm X, you know what I mean, I would like to say that, man, me personally, I would like to say I'm one of the descendants of him, you know what I mean? That he laid the foundations for us to be able to how we doing what we doing right now.
I guess maybe where I want to go with this is like when people come up that can unite people. Well, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, JFK, they get taken out. And so some people go with the conspiracy route, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But let's just say that another strong Islamic movement hit Chicago, and there's some very strong leaders.
Right now.
Do you think there's any that you guys think you have to think like, man, is the government gonna take me out? Or
I told you we don't do no worries, but at the same time,
I mean, we know that people are looking at us trying to probably thinking certain things that we doing. We trying to put, we stopping boys that was out here killing one another.
Do you think the FBI has their eyes on this movement?
I hope they don't. I pray that they don't have their eyes on this movement. But if they do, I pray that they look and see the good that we doing and not the bad. And we just want to bring peace to our people.
I know that cologne smell good as hell.
You know,
y'all been around Muslims, boy? They be on some good ass smelling cologne, boy. I be damn.
Right now, it's been so packed over here, man. We've been doing a lot of dialogue, man. A lot of people been coming down and, you know, embracing Islam. So right now, y'all gonna be witnesses like the live Juma.
Okay. How long did it take to build it like this?
Man, really, like, to be honest with you, man, like, really, like, this year, man, we, you know, since we started our little Dawah program, really pushing the Dawah like that, it really got packed, man. A lot of people came in and started coming down.
Because it can take years to get something off the ground. It's exciting to see when...
A lot gonna make it easy.
Yeah.
A lot gonna make it easy. People wanna join and be right. Mm-hmm. Right tastes good.
Mm-hmm. So what is happening right now?
Right now, it's you know, the imam is speaking. He's giving us something they call a kabak. He's speaking. He's, you know, just giving us the knowledge of the deen. You know?
And the imam is the teacher.
The imam is the teacher.
Kind of, is that equivalent to pastor?
Yeah, you can say that. But he's our leader. He's our imam. Yeah.
Okay. How important is giving back to Islam?
It's very important to give back. You know, I mean, that's what we're doing right now. We're giving back. We out here, you know, telling the people about Islam. That's what we're doing. We're giving back to our people, all people. Doors are open. You know what I mean?
Is this Shia or Sunni Islam?
Sunni.
The Muslim faith has two major sects, Sunni and Shia. After the death of the Prophet Muhammad in 632 AD, there was a debate on who should become the next leader of the Islamic Caliphate. Those who pulled for Muhammad's friend Abu Bakr became the Sunnis, and those who wanted the leadership of Muhammad's cousin Ali became the Shias. Sunnis make up the vast majority with around 90% of the global Muslim population. Here's how they differ. During prayer, Shias have their hands by their sides, and Sunnis keep their arms folded. Also during prayer, Shias are mandated to touch their forehead to natural material, while the Sunnis are not. From an outsider perspective, it seems like relatively minor differences separate the two groups, but these differences have resulted in major power struggles. A few years back in Iraq, Saddam Hussein's Ba'ath Party was highly repressive of the Shia majority, and currently in Syria, the country's Sunni majority are oppressed by the Shia-dominated government. Whether it's Protestant versus Catholic, the Packers versus the Bears, Democrat versus Republican, humans prove time again that we are tribal creatures.
Yup.
Okay, so
facts. Humans are tribal ass territory ass creatures, boy. No matter what the fuck it is, no matter even when shit, you can use bitches for example. Look how niggas fight over hoes. I'm telling you, folks.
I'm gonna ask a few different questions of what I have to. What I can keep doing and what I can't do anymore. Let's start with the easy one: pork and bacon.
No, you can't eat none of that. It's not good for you anyway. You shouldn't eat that. Period.
I don't. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not Muslim. I don't.
Okay.
It's in the Bible.
Let's go to another important one for male. Can you still your baby?
Oh, you don't supposed to.
Not zero whatsoever.
Leave that alone, man. It's hurting yourself.
Can I be a Muslim and go record?
Oh well, I couldn't be Muslim then. I mean, I couldn't be Muslim regardless because I'm not religious, but still.
Drill music video where I talk about shooting all my ops.
Yes, you can.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you have premarital sex as a Muslim?
No, you don't supposed to have premarital sex as a Muslim, but you know, like I said again, if you come into the deen and you having premarital sex already, just, you know, learn about that and then marry it. If you want to have sex with us,
I have good news. I can have sex because I'm married.
Alhamdulillah.
Is there a brother here that has a story?
That nigga saw me TV fucking.
What'd you go away for?
Drugs.
Yeah. And how long into your journey in prison do you decide to change and seek a different path?
Immediately when I get in there, because you know I didn't like to do weird stuff. You know what I mean? Play around like that. So immediately I got right on the business. You know what I mean? Got towards put my life together. But jail is not it.
It's over. I didn't wrap it up with that.
Yeah.
We gotta get to prayer.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you, brother.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank
man.
you, man.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for what you're doing.
You can start rolling now.
As we were putting the finishing touches on this documentary, I found out that Gleesh was actually in Saudi Arabia on a pilgrimage to Mecca at that moment. So I gave him a call, and while the audio didn't record, but what he did say over and over again is, "This is beautiful. This is beautiful." He was just contagious with his positive energy. He was excited to come back to Chicago and spread the message even even more. So I'm excited that him and Sadiq got to go on this trip, and I'm excited for the future of Chicago and the possibility of peace that they can bring into the city. I do believe this
I like
is a
that
life-changing
shit, man.
trip. Again, if
Shout
you want to
out
donate to the
them boys,
GoFundMe,
man.
the link is in the description.
Y'all like this video, man. W fucking video. That shit, it's almost like Islam, it's a separate religion, not to mention the leader of Torah for Islam. The more stuff about people's faith laws and everything. I'm not allowed to do bullshit. Please, a whole motherfucker, my mom was on King Sam.
Folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. You want to watch another? Here. You want to subscribe? Over here.
Please.
See you next week.
Hell no, Tommy Jesus, I seen him big FBI. Fuck the FBI, man. I don't fucking. How was my man like? Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck he meant by that. They do. Man, I knew people was gonna be judging. Fuck y'all niggas, man. WV, shout out Tommy G.